Talofa, in the news today, the grandparents of the New Zealand triplets killed in a fire at a shopping mall in Doha are heading there tonight. 2-year-olds Lily, Jackson and Wiltshire Weeks were among the 19 people who died in the fire. Their parents are Martin and Jane Weeks, who are from Wellington, but they've been living in Doha for some time. Grandfather Ron Turner says he and his wife are flying out of Auckland this evening. He says then they'll be making arrangements with embassy staff and with his daughter and son-in-law to bring the triplets home. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister, John Key, says there's not much our government can do at the moment.
We'll get some more information as soon as it's daybreak really effectively in Qatar. I mean, obviously a full investigation will have to go on about the cause of the accident and all of those other issues that have been raised in the media. But at this point, all we can really do is offer our deepest sympathy to the family.
Tens of thousands of people have put their name to a petition calling for tougher bail laws. The mother of murdered teenager Christy Marceau has taken her campaign for better bail laws to the capital, presenting a petition at Parliament today. Christy Marceau was killed last November and the man accused of killing her was on bail at the time for allegedly kidnapping and assaulting her. Christy's mother, Tracy Marceau, hopes that this will encourage politicians to pay attention.
Why shouldn't they listen? We're speaking from the heart, and the amount of people that have just come through and supported the petition, somebody's got to listen.
Police say it's unlikely anyone else was involved in the death of a tourist found alongside the body of convicted kidnapper Jason Frandy. The family of 31-year-old Czech citizen Dagmar Pidlakova have been told of her death. Her body was found in bush near Waimate on Sunday, near that of Jason Frandy, who was sentenced to 3.5 years in 2000 for abducting a 19-year-old woman. George Gwaze has been found not guilty of the murder and abuse of his 10-year-old adopted daughter, Charlene Makaza. The jury's acquitted the 60-year-old at his retrial at the High Court in Christchurch after deliberating for 14 hours. Overseas, and UN Arab envoy Kofi Annan will try to salvage his battered Syrian peace plan during frank talks with President Bashar al-Assad. The talks are going ahead amid international horror at the Hula massacre of more than 100 people. Mahmoud Mirji of the Committee for Democratic Change in Syria says enough is enough.
A terrible massacre took place in Hula. More than 115 people are dead, 450 injured. We condemn those who bear responsibility for that, and we say that the government should make a political decision. We call for all parties to ceasefire.
The government's gone back to the blackboard and has watered down the effect that their funding ratios may have on schools. 10% of schools in the middle years were going to bear the brunt of the change, which was to have saved $43 million a year. But that's now been revised downwards as Education Minister Hekia Parata has moved to reassure schools that they'll lose no more than 2 full-time teachers. Air New Zealand has been trying out a partially fitted out $220 million demonstrator Boeing 787 on a flight from Sydney to Auckland. It touched down at Auckland Airport this afternoon. Air New Zealand has 10 orders for the Dreamliners, which boast 20% fuel efficiency gains and greater passenger comfort than the Boeing 767s that they'll replace. The overall leaders of the Volvo Ocean Race, Spain's Telefonica, are in danger of losing their long-held points lead dating back to late November 2011. They face the worst of the weather for much of the leg across the Atlantic. Just over a week after the fleet departed Miami, the team was stuck in last place among the fleet on Lake Seven from Miami to Lisbon in Portugal. And that's all from us in the RBG Newsroom. For now, do join us again soon. Ka kite anō, tofa.